Your Gmail inbox can be loud, cluttered, and overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be this way. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to turn this into this so that you can enjoy a minimal and focused email experience. Number one, let's start on the left-hand side here. And you may be a user of Google Meet and or Google Chat, but if you never use these features here within Gmail, let's get rid of them altogether. Let's come up to our gear icon and we're going to select See All Settings. And there's an option here at the top called Chat and Meet. The first one here, Chat, let's turn that to off. And then we can skip these other two. These are actually going to go away in just a moment. If we come down here to Meet and say hide the Meet section in the main menu. If we hit Save Changes, we're returned to our inbox and now it is gone and out of the way. Well, since we've started on the left-hand side, let's zoom all the way over to the right-hand side and do another quick cleanup. This Google Sidebar can be helpful if you want to access your Google Calendar, Google Keep, and other such Google apps on the right-hand pane. But again, if you don't use this, you can get rid of it. Come all the way down to the bottom and select Hide This Side Panel. And not only have we saved ourselves some room, but there is just a lot fewer things staring back at us. Of course, you can always expand this whenever you need to, but if you don't use it or don't use it often, let's get it out of the way. Next up, let's come over here to our labels, both the hard-coded system labels, but also the labels down below, the ones that you have created and the ones that you are using. Did you know that you don't need to be staring at all of these labels all of the time? That's right. Let's clean this up so we only have the things that we use most often. If we come all the way down to the bottom of this system labels list and we select more, you will see near the very end of your list is something called Manage Labels. Now we can also get to this from the gear icon from the master settings, but this is really the quickest way to get there. By selecting Manage Labels, we are brought directly to that tab within settings, and here we have a lot of helpful features so that we can hide or only show certain labels when needed. Let me show you what I mean. Here you can see that the first section is called System Labels, and we've got things like inbox, snoozed, chats, scheduled, drafts, etc. All of the same things that you see here on the left-hand side. But you'll notice that in my example, almost all of these are set to show. Well, we don't need to do that. Do you use stars? If not, why don't you hide it? Do you really need to access or see that snooze label all the time? No? Hide it. Don't use important? Hide it. You can in fact hide almost everything on this particular screen. Now it doesn't mean that it's not going to be accessible. It just means that you're not going to see it. So for example, if I close this, I'm still going to have this more option here, but maybe all I want to see is my inbox and maybe my sent. Those are the only two that I actually want to see on a regular basis. Now, in addition to just show and hide, you can see that there are a few labels that have a third option called Show If Unread, and this can be really helpful as well. So let's use this spam folder as an example. It's maybe not the best example because you're probably going to want to keep spam hidden. But the reason why I'm using spam in this example is because I know I have some messages in there that are unread. So if I choose this option, Show If Unread, you can see that it will be displayed. It's displayed in bold and it has the number beside it because that's the number of unread messages in that folder. So depending on your needs and how you like to view your system labels, you can choose this third option if necessary. I'm going to go back and select hide because no, I don't think any of us wants to see the spam folder more than we need to. Just keep in mind that all of these ones that we've set to hide are going to be under the more settings. So you'll always still be just one click away from accessing them. You just won't see them by default. Now, the good news is that we can do the same thing for our labels, the custom labels that we use. You'll see here that we have the same three options available: show, which is the default, hide, or show if unread. So for example, maybe I only really focus on these first two, action required and waiting for reply. The other ones I can select as hide. Now, I can still use them, I can still access them just like we saw before, but they're going to be hidden under this more option here. And if we use that taxes and finances as another example, show if unread, it is going to show because I have a few unread things in there. So I recommend you review your label settings so that you can keep your labels nice and slim and only view the things that you need to. Next up, let's reduce the number of tabs that you have at the top of your screen. You're probably very familiar with your primary inbox, but do you have things such as promotions, social, updates, or forums? And do you actually make use or enjoy having these other separate tabs? If not, come up here to your gear icon and select See All Settings. And beside General, we have Labels, where we were just a moment ago. This time we want to select Inbox. And you will see here under Categories, we can go ahead and uncheck as many, or what I like to do is actually uncheck all of them. I'm going to come down here and make sure that you select Save Changes, and now all of those tabs have disappeared. Now, the emails themselves have not disappeared. In fact, most of them are going to appear here now in our primary inbox. But depending on how you manage your emails, that might be a good thing. Fewer tabs, fewer notifications, fewer places that you need to go. But we're going to take things one step further and really customize the way that we view our emails here, because this is way too many messages staring back at me, especially when I only want to focus on some of my most important, or in this example, my starred emails first. If we come back to the gear icon, and if we scroll down just a few sections to inbox type, we can not only customize our default type, but we can choose from one of these other pre-selected types as well. So, for example, maybe I like to manage my emails by using the star icon. Those are the things that I want to see first. Maybe those are the things that I want to address and always have at the forefront. I'm going to select this starred first option, and it's going to create a new section here at the very top called starred. Yes, each and every time that I star a new message, it's going to include it in this section right here. And best of all, we can expand or collapse these sections as well. Below starred, you can see that I have everything else, meaning everything else in my inbox. But if I hit this arrow here, it's all gone. Now I'm not distracted by new incoming emails. Now I can focus on these emails first and then come back to everything else if I want to. Now, of course, if we come back to the gear icon, you can see that there are other types of inbox views that you can play with. You can even create your own priority inbox or even display multiple inboxes if you desire. Now, if you want to go even further with your email cleanup, I suggest you try SameBox. It works with your existing inbox to move distractions out of the way so you can focus on what really matters. And honestly, it kind of feels like having an assistant sort your email for you. To learn more and to try SameBox for free, go to samebox.com/simpletivity or click the link in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, being productive does not need to be difficult. In fact, it's very simple.